What's going on, guys? I didn't know if we was going to be able to make it today. We had a few problems, but we're actually on, so that's always a plus to be able, at least just to be able to get on, right? With all the trouble we've had here lately. Everybody hearing me okay? Is everybody able to hear okay? All right. What's going on, Mary? Hi, Kiz. Nancy. We'll let some people come on in before we get to the main thing. If any of y'all have any questions or whatever, I'll do questions right now while we're waiting for everybody to come on in. If y'all have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. I'm sure I can come up with something. Hey, Connie. Hey, Scott. Like I was just telling everybody, if y'all have any questions, I'll answer them for you until we get started, till everybody comes on in. It's going good. It's going real good, John. It's been a good day. Hello, Silver Fox from London. Catherine. JD Smooth. It's going good, JD. Woof and shifty stuff. Yeah, B Freeman. There's some shifty stuff going on for sure. It's good to have you here, Summer Girl. I think you tried to catch a couple of lives and wasn't able to do it. You'd sent me some messages saying that you were trying to catch us live, and you made it this time. Hey, Scared Silly. I like the name. Silver Fox, yeah. Working on it a lot. Uh, Cassie's helping me work on it a lot. And it's probably going to be fall before it's done. Having a good day here, Higher Ground. Really nice out, almost 70 degrees. We're having a pretty good day. Lisa from Kentucky. There's Larry from Long Island. I'm starting to get a few people in. Northeast Ohio. It seems like I've seen a lot of Ohio in here today. Yeah, Connie, I think the book will end up being good. It's got a lot of the book's going to be pretty much how it all started. Washington's cold. Yeah, hit the like button. The like button helps a lot. Yeah, Connie, it's going to be a lot about how it all started. Pretty much what started, how it started, and some of the encounters that happened, and just kind of a lot of the things we went through. There's North Carolina, Portland, Oregon, Emmy, and Patricia Todd. Glad to have you here from New Jersey, Pine Barrens area. What's going on with the other abnormal investment on Facebook? Yeah, Facebook was JD. Facebook was getting hacked a lot on our old page. So what I done is I spoke to YouTube and some of the creators, and they suggested opening a new page without linking Messenger to it. Messenger. Hello, Dawn from Talala. We'll be doing a podcast with Dawn from Talala. I believe the 25th is when we're supposed to be doing that, and I'll be releasing it after that. But yeah, we were getting a lot of hacks, and I spoke to them, and they said the best action to take for that would be to open another page and to not link Messenger to it. So we're not going to link Messenger to the new page, which should help with hacks. So if you do want to contact us, the best way you're going to be able to contact us is going to be by our email or on the page itself. If you try to send us a message on Messenger, we're not going to get it because they won't be linked. Hey, Kevin, good to have you here. And Clint from Australia. I was right on the podcast, right, Dawn? It's going to be the 25th. Was I right on that? Hey, Jeremy from Buffalo. All right, Dawn, I thought it was. Just making sure. I'm getting old. I have trouble with dates, numbers, names, when I took my pills, everything else. Hey, good to see you, Kevin. I hear you, Dawn. I'm there. From Baldwinville, Scott. All right, we're starting to get a few people coming on in. I'll go ahead and talk about a little bit about the book, and then we'll go ahead and get into the live. The book is going to be, I'm not sure what the title of it's going to be, but it's going to be how it all started. Hey, Scott from upstate New York. It's going to talk about what we believe caused everything to happen at my granny's, what had happened at my granny's, some of her encounters, some of my mom's, her sisters and brothers, hey, Sue from Minnesota, and kind of the things that went on. And then I'm thinking about even doing more books and progressing up to what I encountered, more of what her kids encountered in their, their older ages as they'd had children and remarried, and what their husbands had actually encountered, because it continued. So, I mean, there's a lot of action down there that actually happened, and I would like to be able to cover all that if it's going to be possible. I don't know. Just writing this, it seems like it's taken forever. Uh, Also working on some merchandise. I've had some people ask for some shirts, some hats, and stuff like that. So we are working on getting some shirts and hats, and we'll have information on that as we find who we're going to use, because we're not sure who we're going to use right now. uh, Still working on the PO box. A lot of y'all are requesting us to get a PO box, so we are working on that. Hey, Debbie from Southeast Kansas. And the PO box should be coming out pretty soon. Does it still happen at your granny's? Not last I talked. My aunt lives down there, and I spoke with her, and she said it has been pretty quiet. So not as of right now. It's actually quit. I'm not sure about the book yet, Jeremy. I'm not sure how we're going to do it. Kicking around a few ideas. I'm not real sure how we're going to do the book, but hopefully we can get a book out. I don't really want to do an audio right now. We might do one, but I would rather just do a book. Hey, Jacqueline, do you know the history of your granny's land? Yeah, actually, we knew the people that they actually bought the land from, and it was a really good family. They didn't have any trouble, actually. There was no trouble until they had bought it, and then there was an incident that her son done that I believe actually is what caused everything to start looking and start happening. Thank you very much, Sue. Your mom's still having trouble, Connie? Queen Rose, I'm not real sure if I'm going to use a publisher or not. I haven't got that far. I'm not real sure how I'm going to do it, but yeah, that's things I'm looking at and trying to figure out what to do, how I'm going to do it. Hey, Christy, you're not late. We still got people coming in. What goes on at your mom's, Connie? I might do that, Jeremy. I'm not real sure, but I appreciate a lot of people tell me that I'm a good storyteller. I don't know. I just tell it how I feel. I mean, it's just the mood I'm in, I guess. Hello, Kathleen from Florida. uh, Another thing I'm thinking about doing, I get everything lined out and everything. I'm sure that I'm not going to be able to go alone. I don't know. Cassie, for one, has told me not to go alone, but I do want to visit the Girl Scout murder location. That's a place I would like to go visit. Kind of show y'all. A lot of screams, wood knots crashing through the woods. It's terrifying. You have any video or audio of that, Connie? Uh, and where are you located? Like, not exactly where you're located, but what state are you in, Connie? Yeah, Freeman. I'm not sure how to self-publish. I've heard that's supposed to be the best way to go too. They say that it saves you a lot of work, and of course they get their huge cut and everything if they do it. So yeah, that might be something I need to look at too. Happens in Ohio. Yeah, that would. But yeah, any pictures you'd have, Connie, or audio or video? I'd love to. I'd love to look at it. Northeastern. Okay. Also, I don't know if y'all know. You remember the investigation we done at the Labadie Bridge? Whenever we went down to do that, we wasn't able to get onto the home place. I'm actually. You're going to see me going back there. It's not going to be like real soon, but we are going to be going back there, and we want to look at the bridge. And Cassie wanted to see the bridge, so we're going to go back to the bridge. That's a future thing, but y'all will see that. I've mentioned the Labadie. Uh, We're going to do some more nighttime boots on the grounds coming up. We got some nighttime investigations we're going to be going on, probably daylight in, dark out, and some nighttime investigations. A video may be a good idea, Freeman. If I was just to maybe do a video and read it on and sell the discs, would that be something y'all be interested in? If I maybe done an audio disc or something like that, and then maybe sold that. I'm not sure. Would that be better than a book? Yeah, get some cameras, Connie. I'm really interested in that. Hey, Rita from Texas. Seems like a lot of hunting's going on. Yeah, Ohio does seem like it's pretty active. I don't know if y'all know, but I have been invited to do a podcast with D.A. Roberts. I'm not sure when we're going to be doing that. I need to get back with him, but we talked about the 25th, I believe, possibility. He's going to check his calendar and get with me, but that's a podcast I'll be doing coming up. Another podcast I've got offered to do also is with, I don't know if y'all know her, but Bettina Moss. She's asked me to come on her show and do a podcast. And of course, the 25th, I'm doing a podcast with Dawn again. She's already done one. And then I would like to do a podcast with Calvin. I've talked to him about it. So we got a lot of podcasts probably coming up. Calvin's a boots on the ground hunter. And when I have him on, I'll have him tell you all a little bit more about what he does. He's got a lot of experiences. He actually got hurt really bad on his last outing. His knee got really ripped apart, and I'm sure he'll tell you all about that. Uh, the algorithm, YouTube's been messing with everybody's algorithm. So if y'all get a chance, I made a playlist. Just go on to the playlist, let it play, watch them. That'll boost my algorithm. It'll put us out better, help more people find us, which is always a huge help. All right, Kevin. Yeah, I'm looking at some. Hey, Rita. Yeah, you love Bettina. She's asked me to be on and do a podcast, so hopefully we're going to get that done. All right, Lisa. A lot of y'all are saying audio, so maybe we might do an audio. Yeah, Catherine. I look forward to doing the podcast. I'm sure they're going to have some hard questions for me for sure. That makes it fun. Hey, Artemis. We've been doing a lot of Bigfoot videos lately, but then I got into the werewolves. And have y'all noticed a lot of the werewolves? Hey, Tammy. Uh, Back in the old days and stuff. You ever notice they had an item that they always said is what enabled them to be able to change? It was like a belt, or there was a staff, or there was always something, a coin or something that allowed them to be able to transfer. So I thought that was pretty interesting that it always included an item, which would kind of be like a black magic kind of a deal. Hey, Artemis, I appreciate that. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you too. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here able to do what I'm doing. Uh, Hey, Janice, good to see you. I knew you'd be popping in sometime. I can always count on you showing up. So, what do you all think about the mermaid? Are you all interested in the mermaid? Is that something that you all liked hearing about? I'm going to go a little bit into it, not in depth. I'm not as studied up on it as Cassie is, but you'll see her in the future. She's going to do some channels on it. You'll be seeing her. But I want to talk a little bit about it. I have some theories, and they also kind of include Bigfoot, I think, too. So, we'll see what y'all think. Artemis says, yes, mermaids are very interesting. Brother, before you do that podcast, we talk about D.A. Roberts. We too talk about D.A. Roberts. Okay, I haven't done one with D.A. Roberts, JD. I look forward to doing it. Are you saying you do podcasts with him? Well, Freeman, my understanding, and that's just what I've learned from Cassie, is there's mermaids and sirens and other, I guess, other names for them. One of the things I've been looking at. Okay, Lisa says yes to mermaids. I am too, Amy. I think they all kind of belong together. Yeah, I want to hear about mermaids. Not much info out there on them. Yeah, there's not a lot. It would take a lot of studying. My second granddaughter is Artemis Elizabeth. We love the name. Also, Catherine Gay. Mermaids are intriguing to me. Okay, here's your one, guys. Got a theory for you. I want to see what you all think. You know, in the Bible, they talk about Lucifer was able to make great music, like he had instruments inside of him, right? So what if inside of him that he was able to make this great music, what if his vocal cords were different? What if he had an extra vocal cord? And let's say that the fallen ones, the angels, the Nephilim, what if there was something that transferred through them down through the generations that gave them the ability to make noises like we can't? For instance, is that why they're able to pick up noises in the woods that we don't hear with the human ear? To higher frequencies, to lower frequencies? Is it because they have this ability that was passed on from the altered DNA that would cause them to be able to have this unique sound, infrasound maybe even, but different? You know, that's one of the things I'm looking at, and I think it's very interesting because if it does, you hear a lot of sailors, and I was reading about it, and the mermaids that are seen are not just by like local people. These are, well, the United States Navy. The United States Navy done a 2-year investigation on mermaids and sirens, and their conclusion was that they could not dismiss there being something in the ocean that was half human, half fish. And I thought that was interesting, as they said they could not dismiss the idea. So they didn't even go as far as the game rangers on Bigfoot as to say they don't exist. They said we can't dismiss it. So because I think we only discovered like 5% of the ocean anyway. So it just, you know, the Lord loved to hear them sing to him. Yeah, and there's been a lot of that said, John. And I think that if there was altered DNA, and if that's really what happened, that they would carry that trait, that, you know, that gene that would have been passed down, and maybe that's how they're able to do that. That's what I think, John. It just really makes you wonder, really makes you think. You know, you're like, how do they do that? But maybe it's something that was passed on down to them. But of course, also in the werewolves I've been reading about, a lot of people said, "Hey Amanda, good to have you." Yeah, the notifications are a little slow going out here nowadays. I don't know. You know, the werewolves we've been watching too. A lot of people said, well, they don't. You know, they may not transform. But if you look back in the 1500s, 1600s, and up, a lot of people say they seen them and they actually transformed. They said it wasn't a belt, but they had actually transformed. Even the people that hunted down the one man said they seen him transform from his wolf state into the human state. Hey, crazy girl. Hey, Catherine. Mike, the two stories were quite a contrast. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, Kathleen, that's what I think, and I think it's maybe even used on like a higher scale and a lower scale than what we're even thinking. Maybe they have this unique ability to be able to do that. Hey, Timothy, we're getting some people coming in now, but I don't see why they couldn't be out there. I mean, as many sailors and especially the United States Navy saying that they investigated it. It really makes you think. You know, well, there's something going on out there. There has to be something going on out there. They wouldn't be investigating it and then saying, well, we can't dismiss it. So I mean, if they can't dismiss it, they're leaving a loophole to save their butt if something happens. I'm ready to do some more boots on the ground investigations, is what I'm waiting to do. Yeah, Kevin, I heard there was. I've been looking for that. They said the Navy did release a film that does show mermaids. Hmm. It really makes you wonder. That makes me wonder. Have any of y'all had any experiences with a werewolf? Like, has anybody on here had an experience? Or better yet, if you've had an experience with a dog man, a werewolf, or a Bigfoot, send me a an email in and let's talk. We may be able to do a podcast. Great. I love your boots on the ground life with all your family. Thanks, Amanda. I'll be doing that again. I will be doing another boots on the ground coming up. Scott's had two. If you've had them, Scott, send me an email. Let's talk about them. I'm not sure what creature it was, but the podcast I did earlier with you, I assumed at the time was a Bigfoot. It could have been a dogman too. Not sure. Yeah, Dawn. It sounds like you've had some really interesting uh, encounters for sure. I can't wait to talk to you on the 25th and see what all's been going on. Thank you, Connie. Definitely going to get out and get that done. Hey, Mark. Uh, they say it, was a Chinese balloon, is what they're saying. Crazy girl. It probably was. I'm not sure. Uh, you'll probably never know the truth. They're not going to release everything. Yeah, Freeman, send me that. I'd love to take a look at it. Wow, that's really interesting. X. Well, Lisa, I'm not sure. Werewolves could be something as simple as lycanthropy, which is a mental condition that makes people believe that they are a werewolf. I don't know if there's a condition for somebody to believe that they're a vampire. I would say that there probably is if there is lycanthropy. The question I have is, are they actually transforming or are they not transforming? And are these beasts that are already in beast mode? That's one of the things I've worried. Odin Illy, good to see you too. I think whenever you got people back in the old days saying that they see a guy running around their front yard with their child in his mouth and he's eating them, I mean, I think that there's something going on. Yeah, Mark. I know I've seen like the dogman creatures in the woods, but my thing is, do they transform or are they always a beast? Exactly, Timothy. I agree. Sounds like you've been pretty busy, JD. Had some pretty good encounters. Yeah, Freeman. That's scary too to think that they'd be doing that. And then what's inside of the balloon that's going to fall down on all of us? We'll probably never know what was in the balloon. I think they said it fell in like 47 foot of water. I think so too, Mark. There's too much of them mentioned for there not to be. I believe that there has to be. That, no telling, Connie. That's what I was wondering. What was actually in the balloon? Makes you really wonder. And it may have just been an experiment, like they said. Who knows? But a little strange was shot it down with an F-22. I sure hope not, Connie. We don't need any more of those. That's for sure. We don't need no more pandemics. O'Donnelly, that's weird. It depends on what they would be, Mark. I don't know if they're transforming or if they're just like a wolf in the woods. I don't know what they're. I'm not sure. It's a good question. That's a really good question. Hey, Ellen. That little werewolf got scared. Yeah, the internet's glitching on me just a little bit, so we may end up having to call it a 30-minute show tonight. I wasn't sure I was even going to be able to get on tonight. That's a very good theory too, Janice. Hey, Kevin, a lot of people do believe they do transform. They do. The Nephilim, yes, a lot of people believe they are part of the Nephilim. Hey, Seattle. Hey, Patty. Yeah, Silver Fox, I believe that is a good possibility. I believe that's very possible. That could have happened too, Connie. They could have done that, Jeremy, to see if we would react on it and how fast our reaction time was and if we even caught it. I don't know, Silver Fox. I don't know. I'd have to look. I released a video today at 3 o'clock. If y'all haven't seen it, I think y'all really like it. If you go check it out, I think it's a good one. Y'all will like. All right, guys. I'm kind of glitchy where I'm at here with my internet. I think I went over everything with y'all, the book and everything, and we got a lot of podcasts coming up. YouTube is not putting notifications out on my channel, so just be sure to check my channel for new updates and stuff if you're not on the Facebook for new videos. A lot of podcasts are coming. We're going to be partaking in some podcasts, so hopefully y'all be able to see the podcast. I'll try to record them on my end and post them. I want to stop in at least for a little bit, guys, since I got the internet up, talk to y'all just a little bit. Hope everything is going good with everybody, and till next time, man, I will see you all, and we'll have a lot more to talk about. Just some updates I want to give you, and we'll see what we're going to do with the book and everything. The merchandise, the P.O. box will be posted underneath. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Y'all are awesome and the best people on the internet for sure. And wanted to stop in and say hi. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, and we'll see you next time.